Hello, hello, everybody, and I would like to welcome you back to Belshire Beach. I am Penguin, your caster for today's Zeke Daily, the 4th of November, 2011, on the European server. And we're going to jump straight into Game 2 of this quarterfinals series between DeADriNE, the blue Terran in the top left, and Migi, the green Zerg in the bottom right. Now, DeADriNE is up in the series 1-0, and it'll be very interesting to see how he can play against Migi today, how Migi can try to turn that around today. We're on Belshire Beach, which is a nice open map with plenty of space for surrounds. Zerg units very, very much enjoy the cool spring water that is the rivers of this beach. And yeah, I'm not really familiar with either of these players, so I don't know quite what's going to be going on. I don't know if Migi knows this map at all, because he's sending his initial Overlord up to nowhere near a he's going to be sending it not to a main, and he's sending his second Overlord over somewhere that's also not a main. So I'm not sure if he actually knows the map. He did get to choose it though after losing that opening game. So he could be at a bit of a disadvantage if he sends out a scout to somewhere that is not a starting location. That would not be good for him. But yeah, DeADriNE is just going to go into continue with the SCV production. He's not going to be throwing up a 12 barracks. He's going to be opting instead for he's getting pretty high in minerals. I'd assume he's going for a fast expand. Indeed he is. The SCV is making its way over towards the natural expansion, and he will be putting down his command center right there. Very interesting for a Terran to be going for a fast expansion that is going to be blocked by that drone. And it looks like the drone may actually take the SCV out. That'll definitely delay that expansion by a while. Expansion being delayed. He's throwing up a barracks instead. Loses the SCV. Will be able to get into the base as well. Oh, that was not good. Not very good control by DeADriNE there, but Migi's able to see everything that's going on in this base. Steals the gas as well to keep his drone alive. At the same time, he's grabbing his natural expansion as well, and a gas as well as a spawning pool. And he's finally able to put up that expansion, but a lot later than DeADriNE had planned. So not only is he a little later on that expansion, but of course because he was saving up those minerals, he doesn't have the barracks up either. This drone will be allowed to live as long as he pleases. He's going to try to see down there. Doesn't see anything really specific going on down there, so he's not 100% sure if that expansion is going up, but since there's not much building in here, I think he can assume that it is. He's going to steal the gas once again to keep that alive even more. His expansion is also now up, so he's not yet going to be main-arting those drones over or sending a rally point to those minerals, but he will be grabbing 2 queens, 1 at each base, and this gas is... He's going to let the gas finish, actually, so no more scouting information for you, Mr. Drone, because you're now no longer a drone. Yes, so we're going to be seeing the... DeADriNE is just going to make some drones here. He's not actually going to main-art any over, but he actually has a pretty significant supply lead at this point. 26 to 19. He does have that 1 worker kill as he harassed that SCV to death. He's getting out a couple of Zerglings as well, which will be able to do wonders against any scouting workers. There is a worker coming in here. And what has DeADriNE seen? DeADriNE hasn't seen anything. DeADriNE doesn't even know anything. I was going to say he doesn't know where his opponent is, but it's a 2-player spawn, so he does know where his opponent is. And the main-art finally just coming down right now. Couple of Zerglings popping out once again. This Zergling is going to go and try to see some information, but he is going to get in now and see positively everything. But he's taking drones off gas. He's opting to not go for any gas right now. He's just going for the early speed, and that's all. And there is a Zergling in here, going to be doing a little bit of damage. Did it get a kill? It did not get a worker kill, but the Marine was able to take it out without much incident. This SCV, though, might go down. Lings do move slightly faster. There's, yeah, 0.14 faster than an SCV off creep, and it's going to get very, very close to dying, but it'll take a couple more hits for that to die, I believe. And he will be forced to pull back. The SCV does survive. Looking in here, still not seeing fantastic saturation on that base. Looking at the unit counting station, he's actually only ahead by 5 workers, which means that he's probably getting less. Yeah, he's getting less as far as income goes because of the wonderful mules. There is a baneling nest going up now. He has gone back into taking more gas, and he's taking a second gas as well. Gotten a 3rd queen to spread some creep. Gonna join up his bases right here with the creep. And he's losing his lead slowly but surely, and there are 2 factories on the way up as well. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to do with this. There's a tech lab going down on this factory, and just another bunker up at the front. Double Evo chamber, so we can expect to see some double upgrades up from Migi, which would definitely benefit him in the long run. But DeADriNE is accumulating a lot of money. He's got 900 minerals and really nothing to spend it on at this point. He's putting up a reactor, so we can expect to see Hellions. Yes, 2 Hellions out of there. The tech lab would imply to me Infernal Pre-Igniter. Queuing Hellions, not a very good habit to be in, but c'est la vie, he will do what he pleases. Getting close to that money, 150, and he will be going for Infernal Pre-Igniter as Migi's third goes up. Migi might need more than Speedlings to be able to deal with this, but the creep spread will make it easier than if there was no creep, obviously. Carapace is on the way, which is a good choice against Hellions. It will take a couple extra hits for them to die, but with the Infernal Pre-Igniter, I think they'll still die in one hit, maybe, or 1 or 2 hits. The third Queen's made its way over. SCV will not... I think the SCV did see the creep, though. Yes, so he does know that either there's a base there, or the creep spread is incredibly good. I'd assume base if I were him. He's got this Overlord just sort of sitting around here. He's got relatively decent map vision, but the Overlords are mostly just sort of chilling out in his main. It's good to keep them safe, but not so great for the map vision. We're seeing Marines start to move out around the map. And Marines do beat Zerglings, but these 2 Zerglings will be able to come in and not do anything at all. No, they will actually kill that Marine. 1 Zergling versus 2 Marines, not exactly an even fight. Marines OP. No, but we're going to be seeing, he's not getting anything out of this gas right now. He does have a lair up, which is for the Baneling speed, actually, and there are going to be 4 Hellions rolling into this third, with absolutely no defense here to speak of. He's going to start roasting away those drones, and nice surround, beautifully surrounded by Migi. He will lose a lot of drones there, but he will close those Hellions down. 1 more does manage to get in, but won't get all that much in the way of kills. 6 workers killed in exchange for 5 Hellions, not the greatest of trades. But drones will be main-arded back over to repopulate that base. Couple more Hellions trying to move their way in, but there are lots of Zerglings here, and the creep spread is going to allow them to take those Hellions out without too much incident. Nicely surrounded. Doesn't quite get the surround, but the Banelings blow those two Hellions to hell. Roachborn is coming up, interestingly enough. He sees there's very mech heavy play. Third factory has gone down. And he will be transitioning probably into... It looks like he'll be transitioning into I want to say pure mech, since he only has 1 barracks. Without any add-ons on it. And of course, Roaches with speed do well against pure mech. We see some Hellions moving into the main base. They will see that the Roach Warren is there and upgrading. He is, in fact, getting the Roach speed. Only 1 Roach on the way, and he's still going for he's opting for the melee upgrade, because he does have quite a few Lings that do very, very well with proper micro against those Hellions. There's 1 drone on the field, and he will be getting missile turrets, siege mode, more and more Hellions, and an armory for Thors. Even though there is no Spire on the way, Thor's always a nice thing to have. He's still not getting anything out of this gas. I'm not sure if that's deliberate or not. And, yeah, we're seeing... DeADriNE is spending his money a lot better now, but he has a lot of gas saved up. Migi is going to be getting those Roaches. The Hellions moving in here, roasting up a fair few drones, and the drones are just going to sit there, let themselves be killed. Very nice Hellion micro to escape from those Banelings. And he's going to be able to kite them, and maybe even kill a couple of them. Yes, he will be able to kill them. No problem whatsoever. And he did kill an additional 6 workers there, so it's up to 12 to 3 workers killed. And these guys they were not mining for a long time. More Hellions moving out across the map. We're seeing 4 here with 4 reinforcements behind them. And that Queen is going to be able to... And the Roaches, of course, are fantastic against Hellions, but Hellions are just so mobile that they can kite Roaches pretty easily. Or just escape, as is the case there. No, they will turn... No. A little bit of indecisiveness from DeADriNE there. But... opting instead to just take the safe way and run home. Of course, Migi still hasn't really tapped into any Tier 2 units, just going for the upgrades on his Tier 1 units. Level 2 melee and Carapace. I feel like he should be getting 9 Overlords in production. Wow, talk about overkill by Migi. Jesus Christ. But I feel like he should be definitely going for the range, for the range attacks, just given the number of roaches that he has and the fact that he's pumping out roaches and not lings at this point in time. Still not mining out of this gas. He's grabbed these two gases as well, so I do think that this is probably an accident. But yeah, these overlords are going to start moving around, trying to find some better positioning. See some more scouting going on, but he's not getting the overlord speed upgrade yet. We're seeing tunneling claws on the way. Burrow has in fact already been researched. So there's a queen, another queen popping up here. He must have lost that one, or is using it to spread creep somewhere. Bit behind on his injects here. This queen getting pretty high in energy. A lot of the queens, he's getting a macro hatch, but a bunch of the queens are getting pretty high in energy. And of course, those missed injects can be the win-loss factor in a game like this. Grabbing a fourth factory, and he's making another one as well. And he's getting ready to expand to the third base coming up here, but so many factories. Going absolute pure mech, getting a second armory for those double upgrades, and we're seeing a very, very formidable tank Hellion force here, but roaches do very, very well against that kind of an army. The Hellions are there to sort of keep the stuff at bay while the tanks fire at them, but the Hellions die almost instantly against roaches, especially in high numbers with speed. He is in fact going for the missile attacks, level 1 finally. Going to be expanding here, and for a second I thought I saw he was going... Yes, there's the infestation pit. Infestation pit has in fact finished. And will he be going infestors, or will he be going hive? That's the big question. This macro hatch, of course, also done. We're seeing a couple of drones just sort of not doing much here. Not sure if that's if he notices that or not. He's finally put guys on this gas, and he's going to be moving out with a nice army of burrowed roaches. This one roach is not burrowed. I hope he doesn't end up ruining it for the others. But there's... Oh! If they can engage the tanks right there, that'll be a horrible attack for DeADriNE. DeADriNE losing the tanks almost instantly, pulling SCVs, but oh no, he's running them back home. They were in fact main-arding. Wow, I don't think DeADriNE even got a single roach kill there. This could be an incredibly dangerous hit for him. He does scan. Going to be able to pull some SCVs to try to do as much damage as he can, but the tanks do go down. And the bunkers are, of course, going to be very, very helpful there, but the SCV is not repairing. Instead, they're going for attacking the roaches instead of doing what they should be doing, which is repairing. Now they're repairing, but now they're not anymore. They're not on auto repair. Oh! One Thor comes out, but the Thor will not last very long against all of these roaches. The roaches take down the Thor almost instantly. All of the other units are dead. He is able to just focus down the supply depots, make sure that his opponent's not allowed to remax very easily. And DeADriNE with a GG, well played. Migi takes game 2, and we will be seeing a game 3 in this series to see who will move on to the semi-finals of the Zeke Daily. Thank you. I have been Penguin, and thank you for tuning in. I will see you in a couple of minutes.